Hey guys, I'm doing something totally different today. I am doing a reading in my truck. I'm waiting to go into a movie later tonight. It's like in a couple hours. I live on an island, and so you plan your days and do your things in between boats. And so I've just got some time to chill, and I wanted to do a reading for you guys for Virgo. Let's do Virgo. And we've got an oracle deck here. Be not afraid. So let's start off with something here. Okay, we have liminal exorcism. Okay. We will have to probably read something in an oracle messages about that one. We have the cherubim. Elements of power. Okay, yeah, the 6-winged angels. So actually I had a weird spiritual experience one time when I was, it was a few years back. But anyway, so I actually, like, in my mind's eye saw I don't think it was a seraph. It was a seraphim, not a cherubim. So, like, I did some research, like, as to what this was. I didn't even know what it was at the time. This, like I said, was years ago. And I just remember seeing this eye. Like, when my eyes are closed, I saw this eye looking at me, and it was, like, a huge, like, what at the time I thought was, like, a geometric being, but it was really, I don't know. This says that it's like feathers and like multiple eyes. I do not remember, frankly, what it was. I just remember that eye in the center, just the soul eye, just looking at me. And I was like, is that God? And I'm like, I don't think it's God, but it makes sense now. It's like one of the highest angels. Okay, behind the curtain and through the looking glass. Okay. Lords of Time. This is such an interesting... A signal of strength. This is such a very interesting way to, like, start this tarot reading. I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't drop cards everywhere. I have this mushroom tarot deck that is one of my favorite decks. It always does so well for me, and it's one of the first decks I've ever gotten, but consistently whenever I go back to it, I just get so much clarity and so much, the messages come through so clear, and it always makes sense. So we've got Queen of Wands in reverse, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Someone might not be feeling passion, maybe for a job that they have. The Hierophant reverse, something, yeah, maybe rooted in tradition. Maybe there's a job that you feel like you have to have, or a marriage you have to be in. And it's exhausting. We have the 10 of Wands here. You don't want to put the effort really into it anymore. And the only reason, even though this is upright and you're carrying the burden heading towards something, it doesn't mean you necessarily want to be, because it's the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, I don't want to keep working like this. I don't want to keep doing, whether it's a job or this relationship, like a marriage. That's the Queen of Wands. That's a fire sign coming through here. Potentially, not always. Take it how it resonates. We have a 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, someone's not super thrilled and happy with their current situation. Yeah, that's just not good. Someone's just not, they're not an empowered queen. This is a feminine energy we're probably talking to here. So if we go back, well, I guess we kind of really can't, but maybe this is with the oracle cards. Maybe this is saying, like, the angels are here supporting and protecting you right now. The Lords of Time are on your side. So maybe you are getting older and you feel like, okay, like, I'm, you know, in my 30s, like, am I ever going to find the right one? I don't know. But the Lords of Time are on your side. Okay, you're supported by that. And yeah, there's a lot more knowledge and insight and wisdom. There is something deep about just going within yourself, because that very first oracle card we had out was such interesting imagery. It had like the black background. It was like the soul being there. And I can't think of what the name of that one is. I don't actually think I even said it, because I was like, oh, I can't pronounce that. But yeah, so those are with you on your side. 10 of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Is this a marriage someone's trying to get out of? That seems very... The Star in reverse. Even if it's not a marriage, it's what they've either told themselves was their destiny before. Golden Reishi is the mushroom on this star card. This is Aquarius energy. Tell me more about the star. I feel like I need to... It was in reverse. So I was talking about, like, somebody's... Here we go. Knight of Cups in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like someone just wasn't really being their true self, is kind of what I'm getting with this. Maybe a queen was with a Knight of Wands, and he was, first of all, a knight. He wasn't even a king to meet her at an equal level of king and queen. But there's, like, cups energy here. So maybe this person was too emotional and not passionate about enough of what they needed to do. maybe this is a work situation. Maybe they work together. I'm not sure. It's just that Eight of Pentacles in reverse is what's got me kind of like trying to figure out what that like work and like building something situation was. And with the Hierophant reverse too, that's Taurus energy, and that's like marriage, tradition, values. And so with that, it's like kind of trying to tie together for me here. Knight of Wands in the upright. So when we had the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups in reverse from before, it wasn't that the Knight was necessarily in reverse, as we see here, he's in the upright. So he was an empowered Knight. Like, he was a solid Knight. He just wasn't a king. So I feel like I might need to ask that. What's the deal with, like, why is he not coming through as a King of Wands? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe he wasn't building hard enough or growing towards whatever this connection maybe was, this marriage. He wasn't tending to that garden either. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it just wasn't meeting at some like same passionate level. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just wasn't as passionate about her as she was him. I don't know. This is a very interesting one. We've got Judgment at the bottom of the deck. So it could be a situation where somebody's just Five of Pentacles underneath of it in reverse. Yeah, somebody just wants to make the right choice. They want to make sure that they are in the right connection that they're supposed to be in. And they want somebody who's growing and trying as hard as they are in a connection, is basically what I'm getting with this. Okay. Oh, we got, yeah, that was that card. What else do we need to know as I throw the card on the ground? Well, not like really. Here it is. Oh, wow. Is that 10 of Cups? Yes. No, it's 5 of Cups. Okay. Okay. So there is some benefit to looking around you and seeing what you do have. Be grateful for what you do have. You may not have it all right now. You may not be with the right person right now. But you're okay. Like, there's still abundance around you that you're not seeing. So let's ask about that. What is this abundance that you're kind of not taking into consideration here? Temperance in reverse. This is Sagittarius energy. There's an aspect of balance here too. So you may just be, if you are in a marriage, there is some sort of balance and stability that comes with that. And so don't forget to see the benefit of dedication and loyalty and the concept of that in general, if that's, you know, for you. But, yeah, tell me about this Temperance card, and maybe even this Cardinal that's on the card, the red Cardinal. King of Pentacles upright. Yep. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're a Queen of Wands who needs a King of Pentacles. You know, maybe that's what you need. Somebody who will grow in the earth plane with you, right? That Pentacles is earth energy, and that's what we had earlier when that 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles was in reverse, and that was like what was kind of messing with the connection of, you know, the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And now it's like, okay, you know what? I need a King of Pentacles. I need somebody who's going to grow and build with me in like the material world. And it's not even in like a materialistic sense. It's like there's a groundedness to it. Because remember that the Knight of Wands came through as a Knight of Cups as well. And so whatever that person, that masculine energy embodied, it was more feminine in a sense. It was more emotional. It was more, yeah, not rooted in that grind, I guess, or that, that same sort of level that a King of Pentacles has, okay? He's super supportive, super like prosperous and giving, and yeah. Okay, any final messages? Maybe we'll get one more tarot and then we'll get one more oracle just to wrap it up here. Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, she could have just been like not enjoying the fact that she was getting really in her head with things and she was not able to be her best self in the situation. That could be what that Queen of Swords is. Can I get some clarity, like, or verification of that, if this Queen of Swords energy is not a third-party situation, that it is, yeah, sorry. I saw the 10 of Cups, so I was like, wow, okay. I think that's validation for, yeah, that's the same feminine energy. 10 of Cups is like ultimate happiness and abundance and in family and in emotion. So it's kind of interesting that that by surrendering to a King of Pentacles, you know, type of energy over a Knight of Cups or a Knight of Wands for this Queen of Wands, ends up in the Ten of Cups, which is like, she's like, oh, I don't need such an emotional guy or a more sensitive guy or whatever in the Knight of Cups or whatever. And then to get the Ten of Cups, which is like that emotional happiness cups, right? She has to have like earth energy. She has to have groundedness and pentacles. So it's like fire and earth. Okay. So it's like inspiration and passion and doing is what's going to lead to an emotional happiness, not being with necessarily an emotional person. That's very interesting. Okay, well, I hope you got something from that. I guess I did promise that I would do one more oracle card, so let's just see. I'm going to pull at the top here, the Knight's Candle. Ooh, this is like Layla or something. Maybe I should go ahead and actually read out of the book, since I do have it here. What number is that? Okay. We're going to do 19. Let's see what that final message is. Okay. We've got the Talmud, Conception and Birth. In the silent moments before dawn, the angel Lila stands watch over slumbering spirits who will soon embark on their earthly journey from spirit into form. Layla, meaning night in Hebrew, is the gentle illuminator of the unborn soul who lights a mystical candle that stretches its incandescence across time and space. Wow, this is definitely like a fertility card. We didn't get anything like this in this reading. What the heck? The soft veil of amnesia about every life's divine origin sets the stage for self-discovery that leads to the rekindling of inner light and the remembrance of its precious nature. So yeah, this is totally not going to resonate for some, but just with like how there's such like a fertile energy with this. I mean, that is kind of relevant to the fact that we had 10 of Cups. That is very much a family. It's not 10 of Pentacles, right? Which you'd think would be like kind of what we're alluding to with that King of Pentacles is like that foundation and grounding and like earth success. And it's like, no, it's cups, it's family. So by being with this other masculine, this King of Pentacles, perhaps you could be bringing a child along the way here pretty soon. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised the Empress energy didn't come through then. There is something significant about it being Queen of Wands, I feel like, to know that detail, I guess. And that it was just Empress energy, which is a very fertile energy coming through. So I don't know. Hope you guys liked that one and found something that you got out of it. Thank you so much. And as always, we will see you next time.